But starting us off on the brand new series, and I just have a feeling we might be in trouble already when I say the name of my first guest. We're all happy to see Maggie Muff back out with a brand new show, and pleased to say Curran and director Andrea Montgomery join us in the studio. Guys, welcome. Caroline, it was this time last year you got in so much trouble for your Judi Dench comments on the show.
I know. I can't believe I said that, but do you know what it is? Sticky Vicky and Judi Dench. Can anybody really tell the difference, to be fair? Apart from Judi, maybe.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Artists dedicated to their craft.
Exactly, yeah. If you want to watch the clip, it's on YouTube somewhere out there, so it is. But the good news is, Caroline, Maggie Muff is back again, isn't she?
Yes, I'm back, and it's 10 years since I first graced the stage of the Mac with 50 Shades of Red, White and Blue. Didn't really know what was going to happen, and overnight this character just exploded. 4 plays later, and I'm going out on that very same stage in the Mac for the very last time. Yeah, this is it.
This is the end of it.
This is her.
The end. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're all saying goodbye.
What's it like directing this madness then?
Well, for a Canadian, it's quite interesting, let me tell you. You know, when I was growing up, I grew up in Jakarta, and I always say, I knew that I would meet a mysterious foreign man and marry him and learn the strange ways of his people. I just didn't know it was going to be Northern Ireland. She's wonderful. She's such an amazing character. And for me, there's a kind of, I direct my own things as well, but Maggie has this kind of almost like 17th century Rabelaisian love of life, and she's bold, and she's kind of brave, and she's naughty, and she's really funny, and that's what I love. I love comedy. I kind of think, if I had to choose, I would always land. I'm a Shakespeare director as well. I always want to land on those comedies. I love comedy.
And when you first read the script, did you get it? Did you get all
completely.
The lines?
Oh, yeah. And I sort of had that kind of, when in the cartoons when your glasses go like this, it was like, oh my Lord. And it just grabs you. That's the thing, is that she reaches out and grabs you. And I think, and she's bold, and I think the audience love her. So there's also a sense of, she's had her time.
Yes.
There's been this arc, and it's this last chance to enjoy it, connect with that mad and sort of, but heart of gold character, and so it's kind of bittersweet.
Yeah. What I love watching is the ladies when they come to see the show in the audience, because they're such die-hard fans, aren't they? They even come dressed like you sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few people that, I get contacted by a lot of people, men and women as well, but a lot of women have seen it like 5 times.
Yeah.
So they know the jokes, they know everything, but they just love the night out.
Yes.
They love coming with their friends, just taking in everything that she's
They dress
saying.
like her. They drink like her.
They drink like her. Yes. Sometimes I meet them. I meet Maggie after, which is amazing.
Yeah. And there was Maggie Knickers last time round as well, wasn't there?
Yes.
Always.
We have all sorts, Robin. Let's throw you in a pair.
Oh, please
a pair
do.
of Maggie Knickers.
Yeah.
Sure, it's 10 years. You may as well have a pair. But yes.
What can we expect from this show then? What's going to happen to her?
So Maggie Yer Ma, so a few years have passed, and Big Billy Scriven, who was my partner throughout the whole sort of series, is in jail. And I am left with Prosecco, who is my baby and is now 7 years old. And Prosecco, so the main aspect of the game is that Prosecco wants her birthday party in Funky Monkeys.
Of
a
course,
bit like the
yes,
Ritz, same diff. And it's between her and Sally Ann to try and figure out ways of raising money to give Prosecco this wonderful birthday party that she wants.
Yeah.
On the flip side, we get to meet more in depth of Maggie's mother. We kind of touched on her in the very first story, and it's kind of a rolling thing throughout. It was 1 lines here, and number 2, 3, and now 4, we get to see more of her mother, her background, and how the relationship between her and her mother is. And there's a tough relationship, and people will then get to see, I think, how Maggie has become the person that she is.
Yes.
And why she's the way she is. And she is unapologetic
Yeah.
about it. She knows who she is. She loves who she's a very good friend. She wants to be a good mother. She is trying there's all different characters. Her friends are back, Big Sally Ann, Sinead the Greener. And there is a talent contest in the shebeen, and there's £250 prize money and a year's supply of sausages from the butchers on the road. And they have to win this to get the money to pay for it. So it's all about the journey of how to get there. Stem off, Uncle Marty is there. He meets a new wife. It's all trying to figure out what's going to happen with them. And there's a big thing that happens at the end of the first half, if you haven't seen it. Yes, so I don't want to, no spoilers, but it completely blows Maggie, who everybody thought she was from the very beginning. It blows her into a million pieces.
The thing is about Maggie is that Lisa makes it look easy. You know, she writes this lovely structured play so that you go on the journey, and it's kind of like, I think of it as when I watch Caroline on stage, it's like I have a horse in the Grand National and I'm sitting there going, okay, you don't like the water, here we go, and you're over, yes, and on to the next bit. So I'm watching that all the time, but I know that journey, and Lisa balances it beautifully. And it looks effortless. When it works, it looks effortless. We think, oh, that's really easy to write. It's not. It's really carefully judged, and she's balancing, because the best comedy is kind of like that, you know, what they talked about Blitz comedy during the Second World War, the kind of Blitz spirit. And so out of poverty, difficulty, prison, you know, really challenging childhood, which we get little glimpses of, you get this insane comedy, and it's rooted in that. So I think that's why people like her so much. And what a joy to be right there in the room with people. I know Caroline will be right there on the stage. They'll be right there and in the audience to be doing live theater. And so I think it's just that chance to be there together again is really important, and it's kind of for women. Yeah, and of course it's for men too.
Well,
of course.
In terms of even last year, when I went back out with Maggie's Veg Run, the amount of men, because by the 10 years have passed, so it's 10 years. It's been 5 years since I've done this one in particular, Maggie, Yer Ma. So word has then got around, you know, it's not just for, yes, it is for women, and they come with their friends, and there's hen parties, and there's everything, that's grand, but you can come with your friends whose husbands and wives come together as a group, they have dinner, and you can just come and enjoy the story that I'm going to tell you, and just watch this girl go on this journey, and hopefully I can make you laugh, maybe cry, but mostly laugh. So I have to get that out there because it's a comedy. And
skirting right on the edge. It's always right on the edge of, is this too bold to say?
Yes.
Can we get away with this? And so that's really fun too. That's what gives the feeling, that's why it has such energy. It's a crackle of energy of, I can't believe she said that. Oh, she said that. What is it she's going to say next?
And also fun. What's crazy is that because of 10 years has passed, people who were too young to see any of the shows the first time are now 18. So I have a niece who was 8 when I started doing this play, and now she's coming 19 in February, and she's coming to see it for the very first time. So there's like a brand new generation of people who are coming and go, what is this? You know, and it's a one-woman show. She's playing 11 different people. What is this? So for the very last day, we keep saying it. Maybe I'm sad about it. Well, I am definitely sad about it.
But it's interesting because we've all been together, the kind of the women who've been at the core of it. We've been together. And we've all kind of progressed together as in friendship as well, you know. So we know each other so much better than we did, and we think, you know, we've been through Lisa's cancer, you know, we've been through the birth of your daughter. I'm trying to think, had I got married yet? I think I was just married when, you know.
So it's a whole play in itself, isn't it?
You know, we kind of think of it as, what is it? It's like, you know, theater company and dating service or something like that. I don't know, but we've been through some life, you know, life passages and changes with it, and so it's true backstage as well as on stage.
So since it's going to be the last time we're going to see Maggie, then what's next for you? We've talked about Shakespeare before. Is that still in the pipeline?
I know. I would love to do Shakespeare. This lady has always been saying to me for years, Richard III. Yeah. Who knows? Call me. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. You know what the way our industry works. You take the work when it comes, and obviously, you know, when the pandemic happened, I had 6 shows evaporate within 2 days of each other, and we didn't think we were going to get back out. Getting back out with Rough Girls was one of my first shows back, and even some people, you can still, even from Christmas, people are tentative because you are getting into a room with strangers, you don't know, it's still here. It hasn't, please believe me, it hasn't been forgot about, but people are now wanting to come out, to get out, to be a bit freer, to go, I actually want to go and see that show. I can wear my mask, wear your mask if you want to, whatever makes you feel better. And it's great to walk out and there's just people. Instead of, you know, sometimes we had to record and there's no one there. It was completely heartbroken. We had to come back literally from nothing. And now there's all these different things happening. Your play's coming out, you know, things are happening all over the place. And it's really exciting, I think, for our industry to get back out there and be in a theatre with real people in front of you.
Yeah, and there's a little
Take
bit
for
of
granted.
hope for planning. So we're all starting, I think I can see this around the industry, not just between ourselves with Lisa, but also with other colleagues. We're starting to kind of brainstorm and think, oh, maybe we could write and in 18 months we might, or, that I think that's kind of happening too. I go to a total contrast.
Right.
I won't talk much about it because this is Maggie Muff, but I'm going into a play that I've written about Henry VIII as a teenager,
right,
and his friendship with a black trumpeter at his father's court.
Wow.
So it's like Tudor teenagers. That's my next project. I go from Belfast. But if it's that, this is the end of an era.
Yes, exactly.
So, but we have to work together. After so many years.
It'd be rude not to.
It would be rude not to.
Exactly. So if they want to catch Maggie Muff for the final time, it's on at the Mac when?
25th of January to the 12th of February. So I remember that straight out. And you know what? I can't wait to get out and do this again because it's going to be amazing, emotional. It's been a privilege to play her, and to all the people who've come to this show for the past 10 years, I can't thank you enough. It did change my life.
Oh, Caroline, great to see you as
Lovely
always.
to see you too.
Andrea, good to see you for the first time, because
Thank
it's
you very
usually
much.
your husband who's sitting there.
It is, I know.
Telling me about his songs, or playing his songs, but great to see you here.
Thank you very much.
As well, thank you so
It's
much
lovely
for
to be
coming in.
here.